What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This time I'm going to give you my top 10 favorite directors of all time. So let's waste no time. Let's get right into this. Coming in at number 10 is Kevin Smith. To me, Kevin Smith is the Quentin Tarantino of comedy. You either like his work or you hate his work. I love Kevin Smith's work. I think he can do comedy and be really, really funny. He can do horror with movies with Tusk and Red State. He can actually be really creepy and really scary. Kevin Smith, one of those rare comedy directors that can dip into a different genre and be exceptionally well with it. Kevin Smith, and in general, I think Kevin Smith gets does not get enough credit for being that good as a writer. And that's just me personally. Coming in at number 9, John Landis. You want comedy? The man will make you laugh your ass off. Coming to America, Trading Places, Animal House, and Blues Brothers. The man can also mix up horror and comedy, and he can make you laugh while scaring the shit out of you. Watch An American Werewolf in London. John Landis is really grossly underrated in terms of just how much range he has with his body of work. Coming in at number 8 is James Cameron. 1984 to 1997 to me was James Cameron at his peak. Terminator 1, great movie. Terminator 2, amazing movie that still stands the test of time. True Lies. I fucking love True Lies. Because of that movie, Jamie Lee Curtis made a 4-year-old me into a man once I saw True Lies. And Titanic. You either like it or you hate it. I like Titanic, but I have a lot of problems with it. But after Titanic, that's where James Cameron's work dipped down into just nothingness to me. I saw Avatar once, and I fell asleep because I thought shit was boring. That's it. That's all I got to say with James Cameron. Coming at number 7 is Martin Scorsese. Martin Scorsese is an institution of a director. Martin Scorsese's work with Robert De Niro produced some of the greatest movies to ever be put on film. That's all you need to know about Martin Scorsese. Coming in at number 6 is Christopher Nolan. I like Christopher Nolan, though I think a lot of people overrate him as well. I also think Nolan can be a little bit pretentious with his writing. However, with all that said, if you watch a movie and you see the name Christopher Nolan on it, you're going to get a quality film. You ain't going to get some half-assed film. You're going to get a quality film that people actually put work into it. That's the best description I can put to Christopher Nolan's name. He puts in the work, and he tries to make a good movie. And 9 times out of 10, he does make legitimate good movies. That's all I got to say. Coming at number 5 is Steven Spielberg. Why do I prefer Steven Spielberg over Martin Scorsese? I'll tell you why I prefer Steven Spielberg over Martin Scorsese. Steven Spielberg's movie stand the test of time, and Spielberg to me is one of those very few directors that can take a grown-ass man like myself and make him feel like a little kid again watching his movies. Jurassic Park, Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T., just to name a few, Hook. Those movies captures that whimsical, adventurous side that we all had as children. And as we get older, we get more jaded. But when you watch a Spielberg movie, those feelings of being 5 years old come back in an ocean of waves, and you just feel so good about yourself when you're watching those movies. That's how immensely talented Steven Spielberg really is, and why I have a lot of love, admiration, and respect for the man. Coming in at number 4 is John Carpenter. Halloween, Escape from New York, The Thing, The Fog. John Carpenter is one of the true blue masters of horror. Probably one of the greatest horror directors to ever come out of Hollywood is John Carpenter. The man can write, the man can do his own music, and his soundtracks always sound kick-ass. The man's an exceptional director. He's fantastic. Coming in at number 3 is Wes Craven. Saying who was better between Carpenter and Craven to me was so hard, but Craven wins. And the reason why Craven edges out Carpenter is because, unlike John Carpenter, Wes Craven can take a ridiculous concept, like let's say a movie like Shocker, and he can make it work. He can make it enjoying to watch, and he can just have fun with it. John Carpenter, on the other hand, you give him a movie like Ghosts of Mars, and he did absolutely nothing with it, and you got a piece of crap movie. Wes Craven, You know, his body of work, it has a lot of hits and it has a lot of misses. But Wes Craven can, 9 times out of 10, can take a movie that's a miss and turn it into a hit. And that's just the Midas touch that, to me, Wes Craven always had. R.I.P. Wes. Coming in at number 2 is David Fincher. The godfather of psychological thrillers is David Fincher. 7. Amazing fucking movie. Fight Club is overrated. I still like it. Zodiac. Like 7. An amazing fucking movie. Gone Girl. Amazing movie. Social Network. Amazing movie. David Fincher puts out 9 times out of 10 is going to give you just these cerebral movies that will make you use your brain and make you think. And as the characters are finding out what's going on, you're finding out what's going on. You're never one step ahead. You're always on the same level. And to me, very few directors that do psychological thrillers can do that. Make the audience on the same level playing field as the characters on the screen, to the point where we're discovering things as they discover things. David Fincher, one of the fucking masters at doing stuff like that. I love his work. And finally, coming in at number 1 is Quentin Tarantino. I love Quentin Tarantino to death. If I have one wish in this world, that is to get all my knowledge from Tarantino himself. Pulp Fiction is one of my all-time favorite movies to this day. I saw that movie when I was 6 years old, and yes, at 6 years old, I was watching movies like Pulp Fiction. I had a very relaxed childhood. But his writing is fantastic. His choice for actors is outstanding. The way he writes his dialogue and has his actors speak his dialogue is just so entertaining to watch. Quentin Tarantino can write 10 pages where 2 characters are talking about turkey sandwiches, and you're going to be sucked right into it because it's how he directs his actors to say his dialogue. He is that fucking talented, and I love Quentin Tarantino to death. I cannot wait for his new movie. I love Django, I love The Hateful Eight, and I can't wait for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So yeah, those are my all-time favorite directors. Let me know what yours are in the comment sections below. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.